Hey, tervetuloa. Welcome to this episode of the International Business from Finland podcast with me, Mark Wiltshire, where I take you behind the scenes of my solo enterprise, or toiminimi in Finnish, working with directors and business owners of Finnish companies, sharing your workload so you can focus on growing your business. And like many businesses around the world at the moment, there's no studio to record in. There's no office to work in. I'm in a home office. Looks different on video. Hopefully sounds okay on the podcast. And I thought that in this short episode, I'd just talk a little bit about the theme music and give a little bit of credit for the theme music. When I thought up the idea of the podcast, I realised I needed a theme tune. It's something that's been missing from my original podcast, Explore Finland radio show, and I've seen the benefit of having a strong theme on the Finnish football show. So I got something put together. Let's have a listen. The International Business from Finland podcast with Mark Wiltshire. Talking international sales, entrepreneurship, and making connections between Finnish companies, entrepreneurs, and workers migrating to Finland. I spent a little time looking for music online, but there was nothing that really sounded like me. How I wanted to represent myself. I wanted something original. And then the idea hit me, and I contacted my friend Robbyn back in the UK. She's a lead singer and songwriter for this terrific live band, Dodobones, in the UK, playing local live music scene in the UK. And this was back in January of this year, 2019, and 2020, sorry. And they were doing a cover a day challenge on YouTube. So I'd recommend going and finding that. But I was following their cover a day challenge, and that's when the idea came. Maybe they could do something for me. So I sent a quick message to Robbyn that said this. Hi, Robs. I'm planning on another new podcast, one for my business. I need some theme music. Rather than some cheesy stock tune, I wondered if you guys have something that I could use or borrow in exchange for, some plugs and a bit of appreciation and so on. 2 minutes later, Robbyn said, yes. We did an internet radio jingle a few years ago. Would love to try this for you. Send me a brief and I'll get on to it. This is the brief that I sent to them. I said, I want a piece of instrumental music that lasts approximately 30 seconds. Can be a bit longer. It should be impactful at the beginning, and it should reflect these values. Professional, friendly, Mark Wiltshire. You guys know me. You know how I might like to be represented. As I'd asked you, Dodobones, I assumed it would have a kind of folky, acoustic vibe, which would make it different from other podcasts. But I think the most important thing is that it's dynamic at the start and then drops down to allow me to record my voiceover on the top. Oh yeah, I would love some hand claps. I'm a bit of a sucker for hand claps in pop music. This work was passed on to Robbyn's bandmate, Mark Gordon, who does some production work. Have a listen to the finished piece again with my voiceover. The International Business from Finland podcast with Mark Wiltshire. Talking international sales, entrepreneurship, and making connections between Finnish companies, entrepreneurs, and workers migrating to Finland. For those watching the video, I did that without moving my lips. I reckon they nailed it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Contact through the podcast or through the show notes. As is usual on podcasts, I'm going to ask you to rate and review this show in your podcast player. It helps me get a new audience. Also, if you found this podcast useful, interesting, entertaining, thought-provoking, whatever adjective you prefer, then feel free to buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Wiltshire. Easy to find. I live in Finland. We drink a lot of coffee, and great way to show appreciation for what I'm doing here is to buymeacoffee.com. If you want to contact me, feel free, reach out at mark.wiltshire.tmi@gmail.com. Your email will come directly to me. Or you can find my website, which is markwiltshire.com. Thanks again to Mark from the magnificent Dodobones for the theme music. There's a link in the show notes also, but you can find dodobones.co.uk. And that's it for now. Until the next episode of the International Business from Finland podcast, goodbye.